I bought all 5 Golden Crust patty flavors you can buy at Dollar Tree. Let's review each one. First of all, I love that these are meant to be microwaved. I thought they would have to be cooked in the oven or air fryer. These are packed in a Susceptor package, which if you've ever cooked like a Hot Pocket, you're familiar with. It's kind of that silver foil lining, and essentially it gets incredibly hot in the microwave and allows the microwave to crisp up the exterior of something that might otherwise get mushy or chewy. So let's start off with the spicy beef patty. I did cut these open so you could see what the inside of each one looks like. I just kind of tried these in a random order, and the crust on each one is the same. It is a really nice flaky texture, and it didn't get like super crispy in the microwave, but it isn't chewy or gummy either. There was also a nice filling to crust ratio, and the beef texture was similar to a steak-umm texture. It was kind of a shredded beef. It did have a good amount of heat to it, and of the 5 that I tried, this one was overall my favorite. Next, I tried the jerk chicken patty, and here is what the inside of that one looked like. The chicken patties had about half of the amount of filling as the beef patties did, and the texture of the filling was more like a refried bean and rice texture. It was very soft and didn't really have any sort of textural elements to it, like there was no chunks of chicken or anything in it, and it did have a very strong jerk flavor to it. Next, I tried the regular chicken patty, which the filling on the inside of that one was kind of bright yellow. This one was actually my least favorite of the 5. It had the same kind of refried bean texture, and I immediately didn't really like the flavor profile of it, so I checked the ingredients on the package and saw that it had fennel seeds in it, which is probably one of my least favorite overall spices, so that's probably why I didn't really like this one. Next up, I tried the mild beef patty, and this one was quite thick, as you can see, but most of the filling was kind of in one area, so there was a good bit of it that was just crust. This one had the same kind of steak-umm texture to it, and it had a very similar taste to the spicy beef patty, but of course it's a mild version. So I like the spicy beef patty because I like spicy, but I think that this mild beef one was really good as well. And lastly, there's the pizza one, which I think I was most intrigued by, but opening it up I was quite disappointed by the filling ratio, and the crust was a slightly different texture. It was much harder for me to cut through. The filling had the same flavor as a filling in a Hot Pocket, kind of like pizza sauce mixed with mozzarella cheese. This one had a lot of potential to be good, but I thought that the crust and filling flavors kind of clashed with one another, so it really wasn't my favorite. I think that the crust would have been better if it had more of a pizza texture, but then it would just essentially be a Hot Pocket. I ended up going back to that spicy beef patty that I tried at the beginning just to make sure that it was my favorite, and it definitely was.